Karajung ki paiba ka Shella constituency ban say ya neka MLA batmai hak election steng samoy kelakot no menek janmit hagan ki jingjit blapoi bro ban thep beki vote kalong chaka prop saw 0.1% hadin bladep penyo jinghen lot na bro sanpu prat ki polling station habai kran bekilat pathai kubor chief electoral officer ke jala ba Frederick R Khorkongoy lai tho ba election steng samoy ha Shella kalong ka payai be klam kanu ke jingtko lai no tang jingthot ba malum mala ko wei ka machine EVM halajam polling station ya ka bala bujli no usiu lai thu ba hadu ka por san baji janmit ba khang ye jingthep vote ki don nyuk phu khandai point phalai percent ginong jet kan ba hadu banda yo pa ki jingkhen ka bopura kala kanjo saka prapusau 0.3% ha ka ba arsan hajar chispa kana phuengot ki nong jet kalami pa ba ban ai ka rai ka jongki na ka jingdon jongki nong jet ka balong ar khandai hajar nyos pa khandai phongot ha Shella la saki ba gishnrang kala tam khandiat igi kanthai ban jet ki nong mikmat menta ka kanti da ka ba kilami hadu khat ar hajar ros pa lai phuengot kat ba ki kanthai ki blami ban thep igi vote ki long khat ar hajar sans pa ndro phongot kat kum ka jingi thu jong uc o ka polling station ba bon tam ki nong thep vote ki blami ka dei na po ka wa utim kat ba ka jingmi ki nong jet ka long khnai phu ar 0.5% bat ka polling station ka buduna no ki bami ka dei ka MESCB MCCL ka ba ki nong jet kilami tang sau punyo 0.5% uba kharkongor ulai thu ba hakane election laburu ye ka wei ka model polling station ka wei ka polling station nakam ta ki buduna ki khotpet ban atli ki polling station tang nakam ta ki kinthai ne ki bakhot da ki ping polling station ulai thu ba hakane election ka ba compare ni ki wei pat kalong ba la pendon kamru ya ka rukom sam khubor leng ba satellite sai ki jaka bam yo leng ba ki mobile phone CEO lai thu ba kani ka rukom ya sami ka khubor ka dei ka blale de ki pai jok Indian Air Force bat ka tna railway ya ka balatip kum ka sky low ne ka narrow band par ban banrap ba kani ka long kum ka jing persang ya kani ka rukom sam khubor ka ba tna election klala ban pandre kam ha election bat kani ka long ru kum ka jing persang ya kani ka rukom sam khubor ka ba tna election kala ba kan pandre kam ha election ban long hagis nem ki bon wan ha kani ki jilla shushu CEO lai tho ba ha kani election kam chim la don ka jing yo kurup pisa be an hendai la yo pat ban kurup tang ye ka kyat ka bolong praspa atfly point renew liter ka ba chong dor palat iwei point sau ar lak tingka ha ba phai ka jing pen kre ha ka sngi nyo ya ki vote u CEO lai tho ba ka tnat kan penne ya ka jing pahara de ki pulit jong ka kaf ha ka jaka ka bo i ka machine bat kum jo ro ban pen sertap de ki pulit jong ka jela ulai thu ru ba ka jing yo ya ki vote kan long ha po ka office jong sub divisional officer sora ka ban sedang do ka por prabaji misstep ha ka arp south rek mentau banai.
So as we all know, today was the date for the Shella by-elections and it has concluded successfully. As per the latest report that we have received, the total voting percentage is 79.83%. Of course, it's likely that it may go up marginally more because there are some distant polling stations which are still returning and we are still yet to get the figures from them. But till the receipt of the latest reports, it's 79.83%, which is a fairly healthy turnout. There was some rain today, which perhaps may have slowed down polling in between, but nevertheless, after the rains stopped, the polling picked up again and brisk voting took place. Also, I'm also happy to share with you there was only one machine failure, only one, not exactly a failure, you can say it was a malfunction. Only one VVPAT malfunctioned in the Lajam polling station, which is the 44 Lajam polling station, and that was promptly replaced and then polling resumed normally. Would also like to share with you that as per the figures that we have received, out of the 29,000 plus voters, about 23,782 had polled till the 23,782. That is still the last report that we received, with males accounting for 11,716 and females accounting for 12,066. So, as is the trend in our state, it is the females who had outnumbered the males in terms of voting. And this also can be seen from the various images that we have. That the women took part in a very enthusiastic manner. We also had 2 all-women polling stations. They were the pink polling stations, as they call them, which is manned all by women personnel, the polling officials as well as the presiding officer. And also apart from that, we had one model PS, which was a green polling station. As we all know that this election has been promoted as the green election, the first eco-friendly election of the state, wherein we took a lot of pain and effort to avoid the use of plastic, the use of single-use plastic. Stationaries included these plantable and recyclable seed pens, which were used by the polling officials, and even the indelible ink, which was normally plastic, was actually substituted by clay pots. Then instead of flexes, there was cloth. Cloth banners were there. And apart from that, there was use of many local materials like cane and bamboo products in all the polling stations. So we had one green polling station and we had one PWD polling station. That means a polling station for the PWD, for the people with disabilities. Also, I'm happy to share with you that the poll volunteers who played a significant role in the last MP elections also contributed immensely this time while helping the people with disability and also while helping the aged and the infirm. At the same time, they were green volunteers. They tried to promote the message of green elections amongst the polling parties and also amongst the voters. Also, would like to share with you that we had a total of 6 candidates, 58 polling stations, and we had 11 vulnerable locations. But fortunately, no untoward incident was reported from anywhere. And in fact, in some of the polling stations, there were large queues in the morning in polling stations like Ichamati and Hatmajai. We had it witnessed heavy polling in the morning hours. And by the rest of the elections passed off smoothly, barring the bad weather. There was a spell of rain in between, and of course one VVPAT malfunction. So apart from that, by and large, it was a very peaceful and a very successful elections. We hope that the polling percentage will touch 80%. As of now, it is indicating that it may touch 80%. It's already reached 79.83%. And we also used a new technology called Skylo this time in partnership with the BSNL. There was a new technology called Skylo, which is used by the Indian Army, which is used by the railways and also by the Fisheries Department of Tamil Nadu. This Skylo technology is basically based, it's a satellite-based technology, and it is hosted on the Inmarsat, which is the Indian maritime space satellite, whereby even in those shadow areas where there is no connectivity, from headquarters, that means Shella, from the RO Shella headquarters, they can communicate directly with the polling party, and messages can be exchanged. And this is on a narrow band, not on a broad band. So we tested it today, and we were able to chat and even get messages back and forth between polling stations, which were between 6 polling stations which were inaccessible and non-motorable. So we got very quick and prompt, in fact, information from them. In fact, some of them much faster than the so-called polling stations which are covered under the mobile coverage. So this is a technology that is indeed something we hope will help in the conduct of elections in the future. This was only on trial. So this election saw 2 new things: green elections and this Skylo technology which we just rolled out. And apart from that, women participation was as high as ever, and people with disability and aged and infirm were helped by the poll volunteers. So all in all, in the overall perspective, and also yes, in terms of seizures, there was no cash seizure as such, though we had static surveillance teams and flying squads. But yes, a substantial amount of liquor had been seized, amounting to about 823.67 liters. Which 823.67 liters, and this amounted to a monetary value of about 1,32,446 in terms of monetary value. In terms of liters, it was about 823.67 liters. So these seizures were jointly done by police as well as excise. So these were the seizures made, and for purpose of convenience, the entire elections were divided into zones and sectors, and each we had 7 zonal officers manning 7 zones and 13 sector officers manning 13 sectors. As you know, about 2 sectors fall under the Peninsula area, where you have to travel via Peninsula to reach the polling station. So these are the polling stations which fall under these sectors. They also reach quite late because of the distance. And of course, in the whole state, we have only 2 polling stations which are accessible by boat. One is Kamsing in West Jingthep district, and one is Kalatek. Kalatek is the other polling station which is in Shella, which is traversed by boat. So, so these are some of the interesting features about this, Shella by-election that took place. And we have counting now on the 24th. Counting will be held on the 24th. We will be holding a review meeting with the subdivisional poll authorities to review the various counting procedures. As you know, VVPAT slips will be counted. There will be 5 VVPAT. At random 5 VVPATs will be chosen, and they will be selected for cross-checking and matching, like as it was done in the past. And also in the counting hall there will be one VCB. That means a VVPAT counting booth which will be specially kept. So we'll be reviewing all these arrangements when we go there. The CAPF that had been deployed for these elections will be retained, and they will also be doing strong room duty till the date of counting. As you all know, when the CPF is there, the innermost cordon is surrounded by the CPF. Then the second tier is then guarded by the state armed police, and the third tier is by the state unarmed police. So that same security protocol will be arranged, and they're also now, as we speak, on the way, escorting back polling parties from the respective polling stations.